That was incredible.
Thank you.
Give me a hug. I love you. Oh, my God.
I love you. I'm so happy to be here right now.
Bea Miller.
Hey, guys.
It just, she comes in here in the middle of the night and just makes it sound like that.
Yeah.
I mean, very impressive. To you, did you just, if you had to grade yourself, which is a stupid question, like the performance you just gave us, do you feel good about it?
I mean, I don't really know. My best friend just went to college last night. She's actually in the car listening with her family right now. But she went to college last night, or this morning, and last night was our last night, like, all together with the friends.
Right.
And just hanging out, and I was crying a lot. And then as soon as I left, I cried again with my mom. So my voice is gone right now from crying so much.
You should cry more.
And so I don't really know. I probably would rate that performance like a low thing, but hopefully to you guys, it's not as low as it is in my head.
No, it was awesome. No, whatever you're doing to ruin your voice, keep doing it. It's fantastic.
Perfect. Sick. I'll just start smoking like a pack of cigarettes a day as well. I'll just keep layering it on.
No, this is maybe not a good idea. You sounded awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And you look great. You know, I don't want to embarrass you or say things that are just totally out of line, but, you know, we met you several years ago. It's been 2 years ago, maybe, almost? I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You're so old now, my God.
I'm such an old lady, honestly. It's crazy.
But we're watching you on your journey and on your path, and you're not the same person I met a year and a half ago. You have this incredible glowing confidence thing going.
Thanks.
And it was I don't know how long ago it was. I have no memory because whatever. When we did the Musicians on Call benefit and you came out and performed, we were so honored that you did that.
Oh, I was honored to be there. I came and I gave you a hug afterwards. I was like, thank you so much. I'm so glad I'm here.
Just watching your story unfold before our eyes is incredible. And now you play these music festivals. Like you'll be at the Billboard Hot 100 Music Festival this weekend out at Jones Beach, right?
Yeah, yes.
And I mean, got Demi Lovato, Big Sean, my DJ Marshmello's going to be there.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. I hope I get to meet him.
He won't say much, but you know.
Camila Cabello.
Is he not? He doesn't speak
he's
either?
got the head on. He has a big marshmallow
Yeah,
on
but I
his
thought
head.
he could maybe talk through it.
No. As a matter of fact, okay.
So he just walks around in silence, like nodding that big head at people all day and like doesn't actually talk to anybody?
I need for you to give me advice now. May I ask some advice?
Yes.
We have Marshmello on the show Monday. What do we do? If he doesn't speak...
Why would you guys invite someone who doesn't speak onto a radio talk show? That's what I want to know.
That's what I said.
Because
No offense, Marshmello,
I'm a huge fan. I'm going to play his music. I love Marshmello. And I know, and I've said this on the air before, I have friends who know him and know who he is. And when they want to tell me, I don't want to hear it. I want to just think of him as Marshmello. Because I know he has other things going on. I don't want to know. No.
Yeah, right.
You know? But anyway, when you see him, tell him we can't wait to see him.
Okay, I'll let him know. Because we're really close friends, obviously.
Bea will be on the stage at this incredible venue at Jones Beach. I've been going there since I was a kid. I mean, it's that old. But you have a connection with this. You want to tell the story? It's kind of cool.
Yeah, my mom actually, my mom grew up on Long Island, and I've actually never been to this venue before, but she grew up going to see shows at this venue all the time, and
you've seen pictures of it, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a stage.
I pass by it. Well, I go see the
water.
fireworks on Jones Beach for 4th of July every year.
Right.
Because we go to my aunt's house. Like, 4th of July is like Christmas for my family. Like, we all must be together at my aunt's house for 4th of July. It's like a thing.
Red, white, and blue.
Year we go see the fireworks because they're awesome over there. So I've seen it from afar, but I've never been. But the last time that my mom saw a show there was with my grandma, who I've never met because unfortunately she died before I was born. But I just think that's really cool. I think that's really special that my mom, went there with her mom.
What was the show?
I don't know. I should have asked her that. I don't know. But the last time she went there was with her mom, and now she gets to come and see her daughter perform there, which I just think is...
And it's such a beautiful
things like that.
venue. I mean,
cute.
Jones Beach, the theater, Jones Beach is, it's on the water. And the thing is, the way it's positioned, if you're watching the show, I guess the water's behind you, really.
Behind you.
But if you're performing on the stage, you're performing for this ocean of people and then an ocean of ocean or a bay, whatever you want to call it. But it's just an incredible place. But what a great connection. And your mom's going to be there.
Yeah.
And that's going to be really cool.
Oh, yeah.
What other moments, Bea, have you come across that were like these weird connections that maybe some of them surprised you, or you would be doing something, performing for someone, and you'd stop and go, oh, my God, XYZ just happened. This is wild. Do you have mind-blown moments a lot?
I mean, being here right now is kind of like...
What do you mean?
Because I grew up in New York, so I listened to you like my whole life, and now like here I am listening to what I used to listen to as a kid. Like I would have never imagined that I'd be sitting here. So like things like that are crazy. Like when if I do a show with, like, for example, like I opened up for Selena on tour last summer, and that to me, I was like, what is happening right now? Because I grew up listening, and also, like, I went on Demi and Nick's tour for one of their dates, and I went and sang at the time my single Yes Girl with Demi on stage. Like, Demi sang the song with me.
Wow.
Like, that kind of stuff is, like, mind-blowing to me, because I used to dance around my bedroom listening to them and singing their songs when I was younger, and then all of a sudden it's like I'm, like, part of the action with them. It's very strange.
Do you have to talk yourself down? Like, do you have to say, okay, B, listen, you gotta act cool in this situation. Don't freak out that it's Demi Lovato. Like, we're all good here.
I've known Demi for a while now, but certain people I meet, and I'm just like, okay, like, how do I not seem like the huge fan of them that I am, because I don't want to annoy them and, like, be all up in their face. I also, like, one time, I have a weird thing about meeting people that are, like, my absolute idols, because I, like, don't want them to not be what they've always been in my head.
They say you got to be careful when you meet your idols, because sometimes they aren't who you think they are.
Exactly.
So who was it? Tell us the story.
I was at a party, I think it was like an iHeart party, actually, and I was at this party and just mingling, just hanging out, and then Hayley Williams just walked in, and I was standing. I literally have a Paramore tattoo. Like, I love Paramore.
You do?
Hayley, yeah.
Where?
It's right here on my arm. It's a little ghosty. Oh, I can't get my...
Okay, no,
you
there
see
it
him
is.
through my little
I see
sleeve?
it. Okay, so Hayley walks in.
So Hayley walks in, and I actually, like, freaked out, and I was like, everyone I was with was like, oh my God.
I mean, did you pee yourself? I mean, what do you
Almost,
do?
practically. Like, I was literally shocked. Like, I was standing there. I probably looked like an idiot to anybody looking at me, and I was, like, freaking out and, like, shaking. Like, I've never been that close to her in my life, obviously. And, like, I love her. Like, she's always been one of my biggest inspirations, and Paramore's always been one of my favorite bands. And I was, and everyone was like, go talk to her. Like, she's so nice. Like, just go introduce herself. I was like, you guys, no. Because first of all, she's going to think, like, who's this loser? Like, I've never heard of you. Like, I don't care. Not that she probably wouldn't think that. I hope that she's a nice person. But
well, did you end up hanging out with her and talking with her?
No, I never, because I can't. I told you guys, like, I have a weird thing about meeting people that I like, my absolute favorites.
You owe it to yourself and to her to have this conversation. I'm sure she may be wanting to meet you. You know, but think about it this way, B. By the way, Bea Miller's here. I'm going to play Like That in just a second, her single, which is fabulous. But there is this circle going on because, for instance, yesterday, Demi Lovato was sitting in this same seat. We're talking to her, and you could talk to her about this, and she may have some of the same exact stories you're having, like with the first time she met a certain artist. I mean, because you're all going through that same circular thing.
Right.
And it's a fantastic world you're living in. Let's talk about your music.
Okay.
Not that that's why you're here, but kidding.
Haha.
You know, a lot of artists love just to put out singles. They're like, here's another song, and it works great for them. Like the David Guettas of the world. I mean, if you asked him to do an album, he would look at you and go, But Bea Miller, you were from the school where you like to tell a story with songs.
Yeah.
And so you want people to buy a collection of work from you.
Yes.
You prefer that. Talk about that.
I think that pop music has kind of lost its passion a little bit.
In what way?
I feel like it's very much a singles world now, to where everyone just kind of wants to stay current, and they just want to release something that's popular at the time. They want to release something that sounds like everything else is working, so that right then in that moment they can have that song do well and they can keep their success going, and then they just keep doing that over and over again. And I don't really feel like, and obviously there are artists who are not like that, but I feel like for the most part that's kind of what pop has become. And I wanted to bring back, like, a passion. Like, obviously there's, like, the Lords of the world who are clearly, like, doing a great job with, you know, being passionate and truthful. But I wanted to write my music and be like, here is me standing in front of you telling you that just because you see me on a stage or you hear me on your radio station or whatever else it may be, doesn't mean that I don't have normal life problems like you. And I just feel like sometimes that gets really lost in translation. And I feel like, you know, when I was a kid, I would look at all these artists and I would listen to their positive, happy songs. And when I was in a bad mood, I would feel so lonely. And I would be like, is there nobody else in the world that feels this way? Because at the time, like, I wasn't really venturing beyond pop music because I couldn't really figure that out for myself because I was only, you know, like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, I wasn't really about to go and, like, find all this other music of people that I could relate to more. And I wanted to be as honest as I could be about every part of my life instead of certain parts of my life. And I wanted to be able to almost embarrass myself by telling that much truth. You know what I mean?
Being vulnerable, showing people
Yeah.
what's inside. And you feel in long form, as in an album versus singles, that's the best way to do it. You can tell a story. Like, for instance, your videos. Like when one of her videos ends, the next video is where that one left off. Did you guys know that about?
Oh, no.
Hello?
Hello, lady.
Lady.
Okay.
Hello, lady.
That's cool. That's cool.
Hello, lady.
Yeah.
Say hello, lady.
Hello, lady.
Thank you.
I had to give it a different spin, you know.
Hello, lady.
Hello, lady.
That was the Long Island spin, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, so
sure.
I love that because this is what makes artists unique. You know, you've got to do it your way. And
Yeah.
I'm glad that you trust yourself enough to do that. And that's an important part of the
Thanks.
story.
And I'm obviously like I'm going to release a whole album and I'm releasing it in chapters, but I still feel like that's better than just releasing a bunch of singles or like releasing an album but only really caring about this. Because I believe in my music. I'm sure every artist thinks that, like, if they write their music, I'm sure that they think it's like the best music ever. I'm sure we all think that our own music is amazing. But
We met some who don't think that
Really?
way. Yeah, because everyone
you
has
gotta
their.
be proud of it.
Well, you know, maybe they are, but people have different levels of vulnerability, and it's just we're all unique, you know.
Yeah, but I wanted to be like, here's my music. I'm really proud of it, and I don't want to just put it on one album where people are only going to listen to the singles and then never listen to my album again. I wanted to release it over the course of a year where I'm releasing 3 songs every 3 months so that as soon as people... Like, I feel like it's easier to get people to listen to 3 songs, but then you almost kind of trick people into listening to your whole album because if you release 3 every 3 months, then all of a sudden you're like,
It's tricky.
here's 12 at the end of the year. That was the whole album, and
So-
you listen to the whole thing.
Right.
It's
So
like,
when are we getting everything out? When's everything popping?
I think as of right now, it keeps changing, but I think as of right now, it's like the first or second week of December will be like the completed album.
Good.
But we have one more chapter in between there. Chapter 3 is like September 15th or something like that, I think.
So chapter 1 was blue.
Yes.
Chapter 2 is red. Chapter 3 will be yellow. Do you have a name for the album yet?
I think it's going to be called Spectrum. If it's up to me, which I hope it can be, I named all the chapters after the colors that I see when I listen to the songs that are on
She
them.
sees colors when she hears sound.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's
Right,
that
hold on.
called? There's a name for that.
Synesthesia.
Yeah, synesthesia. Well, hold on a second. What?
Why did you call it synesthesia?
Wait, hold on. What color is this? What color is that?
Well, I just feel like I don't know if it has
hold
a
on.
sound
Here,
because
here,
I color
here.
it because it's a duck sound. So I feel like I just see a duck and
You
like
see
I
yellow?
can't really
See
see
that
anything
yellow?
else.
Okay, wait, hold on. What color is that?
It's definitely yellow, but I don't know. I can't. But I don't think that it's because like that's what color that sound is. I think it's just because I'm just thinking of a duck, and then I just think of like a duckling.
Okay,
and
well
I
then
just
that's
think of, like,
that's correct. It's yellow.
Elvis, you're
I don't
making
even
her
know what
mad.
is correct.
I think it's for music. Also, certain numbers are colored too for me. It's like music and numbers.
Okay,
It's
what about
very
this?
weird.
What color is this? What color is that?
Probably like a red.
Okay, so you have and
Yeah.
yellow and red. So play them together. We have orange. Wait, hold on. Oh no, what is that?
Oh, I didn't like that
That's
one.
brown.
Yeah, that's not a good one. That is not a good sound for me.
Oh my
Not
God.
a fan
Put
of
that
that.
on your album.
What happened? Someone had the chili last night. Sorry, that was brown.
We need to apologize for him.
I don't know where that came from. I'm
He's a mess,
sorry.
honestly.
Well, I'm trying to test this thing you have, this synesthesia, whatever what's it called?
Synesthesia.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was brown.
Yeah, it was not good.
You pass.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I'm really excited. I
One
feel
more
like-
thing. Bea Miller, your connection with, I must call you by your first and last name. I don't know, it's very irritating. I'm sorry to do that. Bea has this connection with her fans. That's incredible. I'm, for instance, at the Teen Choice Awards.
Teen Choice Awards.
Yes, you were right the first time. Teen Choice.
What a place to like really look at. I mean, a concentrated part of your fans. I mean, they're from this age to this age. They're there, and there's a lot of energy there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But then, what about your older fans? I mean, have you ever met someone who like walks up to you, and they could be your grandmother, and they say, "Look, you know, your music is just incredible."
Maybe not my grandmother, but I've definitely had people. I think it is cool when people that are like 25 will come up to me because I'm only 18. So when people are like people that are 25, I can't speak anymore. This has been happening to me lately the past like 2 months.
And
I
your
don't
brain
even know
goes
what's going
faster
on.
than your mouth. I do that every day.
Who really even knows? But But every time someone who's like 25 comes up to me and says that they like my music, and because usually they're not like freaking out if they're that age. Like if they're older than me, usually it's not like, oh my God, ah. It's usually like, hey, like what's up? I really like your music. I'm a huge fan. And it's super cool because I feel almost like, you know, when you're a little kid and you're in like elementary school and you want the high schoolers to think that you're cool. You're like kind of intimidated by them.
But they
like,
act different. They don't squirm as much as people your age.
It's like even though they're fans of my music, like I feel almost intimidated by them. And I'm like, how cool that someone who's older than me think like it can relate to me and think that my music is cool.
I think it could be the ultimate compliment. I'm
I do too.
53 years old and I love your music.
You're 53.
Yeah, and I love your music.
Thanks.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Well, that's settled.
That's settled. There we got it.
What color?
And he likes fart sounds.
What? No.
And you
Okay.
like fart
Okay.
sounds.
What color is this? What color
That's
is
like
it?
golden, but it's because it's a bell. Like you're playing me
Okay.
things that
No, you
already
don't-
have like a visual attached to them.
Okay.
So I
What
feel
color
like,
is this?
Oh,
What color
that
was that?
changed. It was. I feel like it was like gray, and then it was like blue.
All right. Okay. So when you hear your single, what color is that?
It's red. That's why it's on chapter 2 red. Duh.
Really? Are you talking to me with such disrespect?
Respect your elders. What
All
are
right.
you doing?
She's a rainbow of fun. The new single, Like That, of course it's available now, and we expect everyone listening to support our Bea Miller, and you need to download it, and you need to expect another chapter coming out, but we're looking at a lot of music, hopefully by the end of the year,
Yes.
all together.
All together.
Bea Miller, it's a pleasure having you here. Thank you for coming in.
for having
Congratulations
me.
on
Thank
where
you.
you've been, where you are, and where you're going.
Thank you.
Here you go. Like That, Bea Miller.